Okay, hey everyone, it's Mike Valtos here from Orderflows.com, and this is the Orderflows market analysis for Friday, February 17, 2017. A big rally late in the session, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, a brief disclaimer. This presentation is for educational and informational purposes only. Should not be considered a solicitation to buy or sell a futures contract or make any other type of investment decision. Futures trading contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than the initial investment. Risk capital is money that could be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. In this presentation, I use several tools: the Orderflows Trader Footprint Chart, the Valtos Flip, the U-Turn, and the Transition. Alright, so we'll start first in the bonds. Right, this is a 4-range chart, and very similar to yesterday, if you remember. We have this high here in the morning, 746. You have a very strong negative delta, minus 1200, and leading up to this high, we had from 7 o'clock to 7:45. Basically, it's just stair stepping up, on some decent deltas. You got some buying imbalances in there. Hit this high, got a ratio here 128. You have a divergence with a strong negative delta. Again, if you're not convinced that this high is going to hold, look to the next bar. Again, you got another blue number, so another bearish ratio. And what do? You run right down into a bar met with a bullish ratio. But again, that's one bar. But what's interesting is it's got a very small delta of just 31. Which is kind of, I don't want to say delta neutral. It's kind of neutral in delta analysis as far as order flows go. Because that's a difference of basically one trade. It could go either way. If there was another 33 lots there, it would have been negative delta. And what do? We continue in the next bar. This bar turns up, this bar turns down, again down, negative delta, and so we went from this high here at 151.31 all the way down to at 840. We get down to this 16 level. Bounced up a little bit, and we went a little bit lower later in the session. That was it. We never tested those highs again. I'm not saying you would have held it all day, but you could have at least got it was the move, right? And the order flow gave it away. You're coming up into this high here. The only negative thing about this setup is you have this high, and look at the bar right before it. It's a positive delta of 600. You have a bullish number here. You got a 153 is the ratio, right? It's blue number. You got a single print here too, and again, it's the delta here is 610, and it's higher than the previous two deltas. You had 73 in the bar before it, 283 here, so it's getting a little bit stronger actually, but it just really flips over in here, and then falls down. 610, but it's met with this is not 295, it's 1,295. So it's over twice the amount, and then it just again it just falls over right in here. So that was the one trade there in the bonds. All right, so this next contract I'll show you, this is soybeans. Someone had messaged me about this, and I wasn't watching it, but I had the chart open, and it's this high here in the soybeans at 852. You've got a few things going on up here. You've got this one, it's a swing high. You got point of control at the high. You've got a ratio up there. You've got a buying imbalance up on top, and this was literally, I'll say it wasn't the high of the day. No, early, overnight you had the high, but it was this nice swing high during the main session, during the U.S. session. And people, sometimes they get all caught up with the high of the day. You're looking for certain things, but what, once the especially for grains, right, when the main session opens up, it's basically, you can't disregard what happened overnight, but you should also respect what are the U.S. session highs and lows as well. So this is a U.S. session high, and at that high you've got a buying imbalance. You got the point of control right at the top, and then you just start coming down. I don't want to say the delta is changing in here, because it's still quite strong here. It's 341, 253, then 39, 30, and 4. But it's starting to pick up down here, and you're getting some, ratio here, ratio here. So you're indicating some price rejection. This is actually one of my indicators given a sell there. That's the price rejector, I believe. And look at that. I mean, you have all this time in here to be getting short around this 1039, 1038.5 area, and it just, it just builds on itself, goes down into the lows, take out the lows, down into this 1031 area. So, then it just picks up again, a bit later. This is the delta surge given a buy there. So, the same things apply whether you're looking at soybeans, whether you're looking at bonds, whether you're looking at E-mini S&Ps. Okay, 5 years real quick here. Similar to the bonds, you have this high here at 748. You got the divergence, you got a ratio up there. You got some nice imbalances in here, and it just falls over again. This one is a little bit different than the bonds in that the bar before it had a negative delta. So you're coming up here with a strong positive delta, 1500, then negative 800. You're still going up though. Get up here right at the high, boom, it all changes, and then it just falls over. Negative 1700 here, minus 1500, minus 2000. You got 3 ratios in a row, blue number, blue number, blue number. I would have liked to pull back. You got to pull back here. It's still a red bar. Visually, what I'd like to see is a green bar, but you got to pull back up to this point of control. Ideally, I'd like to get a pullback in between here to be getting short. You did a bit later, almost 40 minutes later, get a pullback up in here before continuing down. But really, the signal was up in here in this bar. You don't have to wait for this 3 in a row. You could be getting short in here very easily, and you could have got anywhere between 118 even, 117.31.5 all the way down here to at least the 30 area. That's 8 or 9 ticks. Okay, I'm not going to show the 3 range footprint chart today because it was pretty quiet most of the morning actually. And we've got that nice late rally. When I say quiet, I mean this is a 3 range bar chart, and the cash open is in here around, we open up around 22.38, up to 42. So it's basically trading in a 4-point range, most of the morning. Late in the session, we got that rally. This is the U-turn. Again, you should really be keying in, after 7, ideally after cash open. Yeah, you got a little sell here. So, I mean, these, yeah, they work, but again, it's at that time when I'm not really necessarily looking to trade. So in here is, the cash open, and you get a small move here and it comes back up. This one goes sideways. These two sort of go nowhere. Then late in the session, you got that big rally. It doesn't look that good on this chart, but I'll show you a Dow chart in a second. Right, this is the E-mini 987 tick chart. Again, after 8:30, it wasn't much before that, nothing. 8:30, you got a sell here. Again, made that move down and then turned around, came back up to your entry. And then, late here, you got this sell. This was around 12, just right on 12-ish. There's a little sell, then it came right back up, and then spent the rest of the day rallying. I said, it's today was, during the session was, pretty uneventful. And, the euro currency, this is a 987 tick chart, no trades on the transition. So it's not like I had a big losing trade and I just don't want to show you. There's nothing happening there. In Y, I mean, people will get all, panic all in a bunch saying, oh, it's not working. Well, the reason it looks like it's not working is there was nothing in the order flow kicking off that, is giving it, giving it a signal. It reads the order flow, and if there's nothing in the order flow, it's not going to give, a signal. So let me just find some other charts, pull them up here. Just because there's nothing there, it doesn't mean, that there was anything to trade around. Sometimes there's nothing happening, in the market. This is crude oil, April now. Got my April chart here. Earlier, nothing. Here, you got to buy. Yeah, I like it to not do this first and then make that move. I don't like, getting a buy signal here, then it comes down a bit and then makes the move up. And, a couple of this sell didn't, these two didn't work. But again, let the market try and lead you into the position. Here at least it started down. I'm more willing to, I'll say willing, one thing I don't really talk about is, some of my trading styles. I like to let the market move in the direction, take me into it, take me into a trade. Just because, boom, there's a signal here, it's not like, oh, I'm getting short immediately on the next bar. No, I like to see the market start moving in my direction. Like here, it doesn't, right? It's, this is the low of this bar, and then the next bar, it just rallies, right? So, okay, I'm fine to hold off and not take that trade. I'm not like a person that's going to take every signal. I need to see the market start. I have the confirmation in the order flow. That's what these signals do. They give me the confirmation. And then I want to see it moving in that direction, right, before I start getting short. If it doesn't at all and just rallies on me, this one here is actionable. You could be looking to take it. This one, no, definitely not. Same here with this one, right? You have the high of this bar. We haven't even gotten above this high, so you shouldn't be looking to get long in here. I mean, sure, people can say, well, you get a better entry, but it's just going to come down here and stop you out, just like here. You're getting short and say, oh, I could get short up here. Yeah, but then you're going to get right, stopped out. Would you rather be getting in, like here, and getting in down here, and at least have the trade go in your favor, rather than it never go in your favor and just constantly be against you till it hits your stop? I'd much rather give it the chance, go in my favor, start moving, and then come up to my stop and stop me out. What else I got? Trying to find my euro currency chart. The one that's the footprint chart. I want to show you guys it's easier for me to just talk about some of these indicators on a bar chart rather than on the footprint chart, because it's reading the it's reading the order flow for me. I mean, I could talk about the order flow, but on a 1 minute chart, it's moving pretty fast. It wasn't very good today in the euro currency. I mean, I wish I could say it was, but yeah, it wasn't. It struggled. Losing trade here, but again, it never went in your favor. So you're getting a short signal here. You should be looking for the market to start trading down, not just immediately get short and then boom, it stops you out. It's just like here. This one started to, and then it came down, and then stopped you out. Just like these, you can sort of get these little false starts. This one barely gets like one tick above, so I don't know if I would have been taking it. I mean, you can't just use one tick breakout. Give it a few ticks. These two, boom, boom, nothing. I mean, if you want to be quick on the trigger and say, hey, yeah, I'm going to get in right here, so as soon as this bar closes, you can be getting in a bit prematurely. And again, look, we never even get above this level here. We just always, it just hangs there, stays below. I mean, it looks like in this bar, it looks like it's going to just pop up, rally up to the upside. Would have been nice like the S&Ps, but the market had other thoughts in mind that it didn't, wasn't willing to make that move. What is this? Oh, okay, this is mini Dow. This is the flip. Okay, so again, here it's giving you the short signal here. In the next bar, it just comes down like 1 or 2 ticks and then rallies back up, and it spends all this time. It then makes the move. Again, you want to ideally let it start to go in your direction, right, rather than just immediately get short and then get stopped out up here. That's not what you want to do in trading. You want to just take every single signal at boom fast as soon as it happens. I mean, part of being a system trader is that. I don't consider myself a systems trader, not by any stretch of the imagination. I consider myself more of, I hate to say flow trader, but I like to go with the flow of the market. Let it take me into the position. Okay, so this will be the last chart here. This is the mini Dow this morning. Okay, so anyway, this is, what time is this? This is 8 o'clock this morning. Again, mini Dow, you should be waiting for the cash market to open, which is 8:30 in here. And again, here, right, you get the high of this bar, and you can see the next bar, it starts rallying, that's making the move, right? So notice it doesn't pull back all the way down here and then make the move. What you want is the move to happen relatively quick, and now it's happening here. You see boom, 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 right? So this is, this is a nice trade. are you willing to give up? That's what I often say to people. I don't say the second part, but I feel I have to. Are you willing to give up a little bit of your entry to be, having a good trade, right? A winning trade. Would you rather, this is the bar, right? This is the bar that's giving you your entry, saying, hey, this could be a potential low area. Okay, if this is going to be the low, right? These are reversal indicators in the order flow. If it's going to be the low, then it needs to start trading higher, right? Don't expect it to go lower, then go higher. I'm looking for the low to be in here. So when it starts giving you those signs in here that, yeah, okay, we're above this, the high of this bar, nice X amount of ticks. Yeah, now we're going to go higher, and then you do, right? That's what you want. I don't know how else to explain it to people so they can understand it, but let the market move in your direction. Again, if this is going to be a swing low, then you shouldn't be coming down here, right? You should be staying above here, and you are. Like in the next bar, next two bars, you're how many ticks above there? This is 25. You're trading 28 up here. Okay, it's safe to get long, right? And you're getting long at 28. And it goes all the way up, up to 50. Here you get a sell. But again, what does it do? If this is going to be a swing high, you got to start trading lower, not back up. What else you got? Again here, yeah, it started to work out, but then it turned back up in here and came back down. That one would have, you probably would have broken even. This one maybe broke even or a small loss. There's no shame in taking small losses. I mean, that's what you want to do as a trader. Here, it doesn't really happen. Here it pops up a little bit, but by the time it pops up, it just comes right back down. Again, you have to lower this bar. It never gets below this level here at 35. Why are you getting short? You're getting short at 36. That's not what you want to do. You want to let the market start going in your direction. Then here later in the session, here this is around the 65 area. So let it get up to the 68 area, and it does. It comes back down though. Unfortunately, probably would have, depending on how tight your stop is. If it's 10 ticks, maybe not. If it's 8 ticks, you probably would have. But it gives you another entry in here. You could be getting long in here, and hopefully got something back. Shouldn't be sitting through these bars though. You should be trailing your stop. You got to remember it's right ahead of the cash open. I'm not saying you would have bought it here and sold it up here. I think you should have been watching it, and any sign that it's starting to turn, you should be cutting it. Don't let it come all the way back down here and cut it for a break even or a loss. You should be trailing it up here and be getting out at if you're getting in at 60, even 70 worst case scenario, no shame in getting out with 5-tick winner here at 75. At least you got something out of the trade, rather than it come down here to 70 and stopping you out and at nothing. So thanks for watching this video. To learn more about order flow trading and the software used in this video, visit my website, www.orderflows.com. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on the little subscribe button. You'll see it down in here on the video, and at least you'll be notified of new videos that come out. I try to do one a day if possible, time permitting. But again, thanks for watching this, and to learn more, go to my website, orderflows.com. So thanks, and hope to see you on the inside.